who's asking, are the religious parties gaining support in Pakistan, and would they make Pakistan a better place? Where do you stand with these religious parties?
Well, first of all, it's very important to understand that there's no joint religious front. It's not that all religious parties have the same manifestos or the same belief systems. This is a big mistake, Anyone who wants to get Western support or calls himself, you remember these times?
Moderate.
Liberal and moderate. Remember, Altaf Hussain calls himself liberal, secular liberal, because it sounds good in Washington.
It's like Hitler. Here's a nice one from Justin in Bristol. He says, you're a credit to your country and its people like you who make him proud that there are people like you in politics. Someone asking, will you marry again? I don't know if that's a proposal. And someone else asking, does the CIA decide who gets into power in Pakistan? Well, they'd like to, but it's the people in the country, it's the masses in the end who will decide.
Well, they can decide. If the masses are not moved,
yes,
then of course you can play, the manipulation can be done from, and the US is a great power. But if the masses move, then Iran is a classic example. CIA was backing the Shah of Iran right to the end. But when the people move, there's nothing anyone can do.
No, quite. And the soldiers, in the end, will stop firing because they know that they'll soon run out of bullets. And people will pull them to pieces. So that's what happened. The Shah had the mightiest army of any dictator ever. But he fell nonetheless. Here's another text. How can British people get behind Imran's political mobilization? Tell us that.
Well, they shouldn't worry about my mobilization because my party, this is the first election I will fight prepared. In 1997, when my party was only 5 months old, the elections came, there's no way 140 million people we could compete. Second election was a control election by General Musharraf, and I supported him right to the end until I discovered that the whole thing was a fraud. Him saying that he was going to remove sham democracy and bring genuine democracy was actually a fraud in itself, and that we were misled. So I'm the only party that moved away from him 3 months before the election. So we were neither one or the other. This is the first election I'm going to fight prepared. But what they can do in Britain is that at least tell their MPs, wherever they are, that how is Pakistan's #1 terrorist given British citizenship?
Now, I will tell the Parliament today, I told the press outside, these are the last days of the dictator. My prediction is that by the autumn, certainly by the winter, Musharraf will be gone. He may even be in exile in the United States. Is that the kind of timescale you think?
Most certainly. I think that it's impossible. You see, when there are no institutions, when there is no legitimacy, the only way a dictator can rule is through brute force. And when that power starts crumbling, as it is today, because he's been challenged by the Chief Justice, and the people are clearly all standing behind the Chief Justice. The public movement is all moving in that direction. And you find Musharraf telling his own cobbled up King's Party, which is an artificial party, to support him, and they're not backing him enough. And when the stage arrives, he's in trouble. And I do not think that he's going to last very long, because the whole structure is crumbling, because it is not based on any institutions or legitimacy.
Someone saying you're an inspiration to millions, keep up the good work. Another saying, won't this election be a fraud? Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't, but the movement of the people seems clear enough. Imran Khan, this has been a fantastic opportunity for the viewers of The Real Deal. If I may say so, you've been an extremely impressive guest, as you are an extremely impressive man. And I look forward to working with you in the restoration for democracy in Pakistan.
Thank you, George.
God bless you. Good afternoon. Well, that was the great Imran Khan. We'll be continuing to watch the Pakistan political scene closely.